Kobe, how did Andrew look?
He looked good. He looked normal.
Kobe, can you talk about the challenge of these players?
It's always a tough challenge. For us, with the way we've been playing, we have to shore up a bunch of things defensively, offensively. And Chris Paul and Landry, who's always been a problem for us and open for it. Trevor's coming back home, so it's going to be tough.
It seems like based on how you guys have handled this season, that it's kind of a foregone conclusion here. It's either going to be a super.
It's got nothing to do with it. I think it's quite the opposite. Beating the team we did this season, they have things that they feel like they can improve on, things that they can work on, and have a clear way that they want to go about playing us. So it's difficult to beat a team that many times in the season.
Is it important for you guys to go out against them and overcome the team?
I don't think so.
What are you expecting from your team? Do I have any idea just yet?
We'll be ready to go. We're pretty loose. We're feeling that excitement, playoffs being here, so we'll be ready to go.
Kobe, you've seen this team in this same predicament enough times. You've seen it come out of it enough times. Is there anything you put your finger on how it happens? Is it just like a group feeling that there's enough urgency?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it's age too. It's funny watching practice today and how long it takes everybody to kind of get the engines going and get started and running and everything. In the playoffs, a certain level of excitement because you're not playing every day. You have days off in between, you get a chance to kind of prepare, break the team down, which is the veteran teams like doing anyway. So I think it's just more of an excitement.
You can't fake urgency. You can't fake excitement. Either you feel it or you don't.
You can't fake it. It's either here or it's not.
Did you feel this regular season was any more crazy, maybe than the other 15 ones that you went through, just in terms of the team being up and down, and triple overtime games and overtime games in Sacramento to end it, and just a lot of...
You mean in the 15 years that I've been here?
Well, I guess there were some ones back in the early 2000s.
They were in middle school. You had some interesting times.
Right.
This was nothing.
This was nothing. What do you feel about the team standing, coming out of All-Star break, almost to get the number 2 seed? You ended up getting it despite the 5-game losing streak and how everything went. You feel good about where this team stands now?
Yeah, I feel good about it. We finished the season pretty much the same record we had last year. I think identical. Andrew's looking good. Matt's feeling good. We gotta get a little sick boy back, and we should be fine.
Kobe, what do you guys thought about? How you guys this playoff run being filled fast? This is going to be a favorite.
Well, I've thought about it probably more than others because the relationship that he and I have. So I've thought about it. Sure.
Yeah, what are your thoughts been?
Well, I mean, you have responsibility to try to, make his last season, make him go out the way that he should go out, and that's on top.
Kobe, you and Derek have worn this hat before, but as co-captains, this season, what's been the points that we've tried to emphasize to the team as far as the championship?
Well, I mean, just not skipping steps, just staying focused on the end goal, which is to win a championship, and make sure that we're constantly improving, constantly working towards that, staying healthy. I mean, it's the same old generic stuff.
I mean, there's been times this season, I think Derek, after the Minnesota game earlier this year, he expressed his displeasure about the team's play. You had done that after the Miami game, Christmas Day, but then there's been other times where both of you guys have really kind of pleaded patience with just the process. Just kind of take me through, like, where you determine when to kind of ratchet up the intensity and when to kind of dial it back in terms of
just feel. You just have to have a good feel for the team, and we've been around each other so long. I can kind of, and Derek too. We can kind of gauge the personalities of what we need at that moment.
Kobe, is there any part of you at Sacramento, right before you hit the 3, that says to yourself, this would be a really bad game to lose, and this would be a really bad way to lose it?
No, I was comfortable in the fact that, of us being a preseason, just accept that. I've been around Phil long enough to, kind of have that same philosophy of what happens, and you make your way out of it. depending on that situation. So I was pretty comfortable in that time.
Wrap it up, guys.
Like these 5 years and so, like, the way this team is, we know that's not how you are. So you being on it, has it been, like, do you have to like talk to yourself all the time? Say, okay.
Well, I mean, I had to focus on the challenge, which is trying to get us to win another championship. And to do that, I have to take the temperature of my guys and realize what they need at that particular moment. And sometimes it requires being patient. Sometimes it requires understanding. I just have to keep my finger on the pulse of this team. And as a result, sometimes we go on stretches where we're not playing very well. But, I don't lose these guys. They're scaring me to death.